As of this recording, John Cena only has 24 dates left on his WWE retirement tour, and more dates have been announced, so after the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, Cena only has 19 dates left. I cannot believe this is the last year of John Cena, but it's likely that he's going to be doing every single pay-per-view on the current WWE calendar, so in today's video, I'm going to predict the most logical path to John Cena's retirement. Now, as you can see from the timeline on the screen, the next advertised John Cena appearance is Saturday night's main event, so let's jump into that. So here we have it, May 24th is Saturday night's main event, John Cena vs R-Truth for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, this match is not officially announced, but all the reports are saying that this is where WWE are going, and I think it's pretty much a cert that this is what's going to happen, especially after the Backlash press conference where John Cena put R-Truth through the table with the Attitude Adjustment. This is an easy one to predict. John Cena is going to retain the WWE Championship and move on to Money in the Bank. Now, I should note that the rest of this video, it will be a mixture of predictions and fantasy booking due to how far in advance we're going to go with this. I'm going to go all the way to December for John Cena's final matchup, but a mixture of predictions and fantasy bookings, but staying very realistic, and this is really what I think WWE will be going with. So back on the timeline now, next up is Money in the Bank, and that is emanating from Los Angeles on June 7th. Okay, so yes, initially I was going with this. I was going with the mega match, the John Cena CM Punk rivalry renewed, heel John Cena versus babyface CM Punk. I was going for it, but then I thought to myself, this is a 2-week build, and I really do feel like this could be the biggest match on the John Cena farewell tour. Now, Randy Orton only got a 3-week build after WrestleMania, so you could do it on a 2-week build, but I feel like it would ruin it. So I changed my mind, and this is what we're going with. Now, let me preface this by saying I do think that Money in the Bank might be the hardest pay-per-view to predict for John Cena. However, here's my logic. John Cena has constantly said that he wants to ruin wrestling, so let's let him ruin an aspect of a cash-in. Everyone loves a Money in the Bank cash-in, it's very exciting, so let's ruin that aspect, and it also lets Cena take away a factor of him losing the championship. John Cena wants to win the Money in the Bank, and he wants to cash it in on the World Heavyweight Champion. He wants to retire with both titles, becoming the ultimate champion of all time, the last real champion, okay? So here we have it. We have 3 men from Raw and 3 men from SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, LA Knight, Rey Fenix, Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross, and AJ Styles. But then, John Cena inserts himself into the match. Personally, I would have Cody Rhodes win this match, and then I'll follow on from that shortly. And yes, this takes away from a potential cash-in throughout the year for the men. However, you still have the excitement of a women's Money in the Bank holder. And I feel like the Money in the Bank winner wouldn't have cashed in on John Cena anyway. It would be a cash-in on Jey Uso, and Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker are all involved in that storyline anyway. But who knows? It could be as simple as John Cena wants to work with, an LA Knight or a Sami Zayn, so he gets a one-on-one match at Money in the Bank. This is unpredictable to me, but I feel like this is a good way to go about it. So here we have it, John Cena in the Money in the Bank ladder match, with Cody Rhodes coming out as Mr. Money in the Bank. Now, this WWE schedule is honestly kind of crazy. Saturday night's main event, Money in the Bank, and Night of Champions are all so tightly packed. They're all so close together. So coming up now, in the same month as Money in the Bank, for June 28th, is Night of Champions. So I know a lot of people are going to laugh at this, myself included, but it's bound to happen. The John Cena-Travis Scott tag match is bound to happen whilst John Cena is still heel. Now, there were reports a while ago that WWE might be running the Travis Scott match at SummerSlam, and just last night, I'm recording this video on May 15th, as of last night, PW Insider reported that the tag match might be happening as early as Money in the Bank. So we don't know when this is going to happen exactly, but I am running it at Night of Champions. Now, I don't think it's far-fetched that the Saudi princes would want one of the biggest rappers in the world on their show, considering some of the other names that they've wanted on previous Saudi shows, such as Tyson Fury, Cain Velasquez, and even the deceased Yokozuna. Now, John Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton is what I'm going for. So Cena and Randy Orton faced off at Backlash, and that was advertised as the last time ever. Now, last time ever one-on-one. I don't think there's a better tag partner than Randy Orton for Cody Rhodes, so I think it's fine if Cena and Orton tussle once more in a tag match. Now also it's important to note that WWE could go the same route as last year by having John Cena face Jey Uso for the Crown Jewel Championships. Now Cody Rhodes is the current Crown Jewel Champion. I don't think anyone knows what they're going to do with these titles, if it was a one-off or if it's going to continue, but honestly, who cares about them? I think they're going to run the tag match, and yeah, laugh all you want, but the Travis Scott match is going to happen at some point, and why not do it in Night of Champions? Okay, so we're back on the timeline. Now, as a side note, I would actually just like to get your thoughts on my graphics for this video because I actually had a lot of fun making them. I think some of them are pretty cool. And coming up next is actually my favourite one. Coming up next is SummerSlam. I really like my Clash in Paris one as well, but we'll get to that. But yeah, coming up next is SummerSlam. And now rising from the ashes of his WrestleMania loss, it's Mr. Money in the Bank Cody Rhodes cashing in his contract for a championship match with John Cena at SummerSlam. Now, this isn't a surprise cash-in, Cody is actually scheduling the title match in advance, just like John Cena did when he was Mr. Money in the Bank. So after Night of Champions, we have a 5-week build-up for this match, so there's plenty of time to further build upon the story which they've already written, and also between Cody winning Money in the Bank and the Night of Champions tag match, they'll have plenty of time to just continue building upon the story and making it even better before SummerSlam. Now, for me, Cody has to beat Cena here, especially after the way he lost at WrestleMania with the Travis Scott run-in. So, for me, walking out your 2-time WWE Champion, it's Cody Rhodes. Which, in fact, aligns with my WrestleMania 42 predictions video that I will link in the comments below if you haven't seen it already. Now, this loss might just be the nail in the coffin for John Cena. After Backlash, John Cena expressed with his facial reactions that he might be starting to regret what he'd done at the Royal Rumble by aligning with The Rock. John Cena is slowly realising that he'd done The Rock's dirty work for him. He was promised the 17th championship but doesn't feel any joy in having achieved it. No vindication at all. This is where Cena slowly starts his half-a-year-long babyface redemption arc. John Cena starts wondering, why did he do this for The Rock in the first place when he hadn't bothered to show up since? Now, as a side note, I don't believe that The Rock is ever going to show up during this run, which is another reason why I left him off of my WrestleMania 42 predictions. John Cena has to finish this story on his own. Leading on from this, our next pay-per-view after SummerSlam is on the 31st of August, and that is Clash in Paris. Now, I am selfishly extremely excited for this because I do indeed have tickets for Clash in Paris, and I am running John Cena versus AJ Styles. This match has to happen in Paris, especially the way the French crowd reacted for AJ Styles last year in Lyon. The atmosphere is going to be electric. So, how would I get there? So, to get away from John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at the moment, let's say the Raw after SummerSlam, John Cena is in the middle of the ring and he's just kind of speechless. A look of sorrow and regret on the face of Cena. He's trying to find the right words, but he just can't. And before he can, out comes AJ Styles. Now, Styles just verbally destroys Cena for losing the championship after the way Cena's reacted since the Royal Rumble, and especially for entering himself into the Money in the Bank ladder match, which AJ Styles was also in. AJ Styles feels like that cost him his chances at a future World Championship shot as well. Now, the way I'd go with the match, an infuriated AJ Styles versus John Cena. Perhaps AJ lets his anger get the best of him, allowing for John Cena to pick up the win. Now, moving on to October, we have arrived at Crown Jewel, which is in Australia this year, emanating from Perth. So here we go for the undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, number 3. Now, on the build-up to WrestleMania 42, Cody Rhodes kept saying to John Cena that he will always be his hero, and that remains the same. Cody has given this new version of John Cena another shot at the title, fair game. However, for this matchup, I would have John Cena lose. Now, the reason for this is, well, I think you'll like it. So John Cena loses because once the referee is knocked down, right, let's say the referee gets knocked down during this match, just like the referee has been knocked down in all of John Cena's matches as a heel. The referee gets knocked down and John Cena goes to ringside and he looks at the title. He's thinking of using it against Cody, but not this time. This time Cena decides to follow his old roots of hustle, loyalty and respect. Now, once it's evident that Cena is rejecting this opportunity to hit Cody with the championship once again, the exact same way he won the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania, the crowd erupt cheering for Cena. The crowd is so happy that John Cena is back on his way to being himself. After this, John Cena rolls back into the ring, only to be hit with a Cody cutter and a Crossroads, losing to Cody Rhodes. The crowd isn't fussed with this though, because the realisation that John Cena is truly on this redemption arc. It just made the fans so happy. So now they're both in the ring, they shake hands post-match and Cody leaves the ring to Cena. Once Cena is alone in the ring, he's taking in all this praise from the fans. But just before he can enjoy it too much, he's attacked by someone running in from the fans, none other than Drew McIntyre, who's not accepting this sort of pity party from John Cena and wants to take out John Cena before he can have the choice to retire on his own terms in December. This attack from Drew McIntyre leads us on to our November pay-per-view, which is Survivor Series in San Diego, and it is John Cena versus Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred match. Now, regardless of how ruthless and relentless Drew is in the match, he doesn't show as much ruthless aggression as John Cena, and Cena is able to defeat the now biggest heel in the company, Drew McIntyre. This is where John Cena has now finally arrived back home where he belongs, as a huge crowd favourite and full-on babyface. Okay, so as the timeline shows, we have now reached December. This is John Cena's last ever match. There are reports that it will be on a Saturday night's main event, but I think having a little special title would be nice. Saturday night main events, Ruthless Aggression. So now, the Raw after Survivor Series, let's say John Cena is in the ring, picking his final opponent for the event. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena's last opponent ever is CM Punk. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, John Cena versus CM Punk is John Cena's last match. Live from the TD Garden in John Cena's hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. This is it. Arguably John Cena's greatest rival ever, CM Punk. Now this match, with John Cena being full on babyface now, is a match fully built on respect, with a slight incline of Punk wanting to get his one up on Cena. Now, I would have CM Punk win, leaving John Cena in the ring. Cena can accept all the praise in the world from the fans that night. I'm sure it would be a very emotional night. Once Cena is done in the middle of the ring, Cena walks out of the ring, goes up to the barricade, and leaves through the crowd, just like CM Punk did back at Money in the Bank 2011. Amongst his hometown crowd, he turns around and gives the fans one last final salute from the top of the stairs and leaves the WWE forever. So, what is your thoughts on my predictions / fantasy bookings of John Cena's retirement? Now, I will state that I realise that I have John Cena versus Cody Rhodes 3 times when we have limited dates, but I feel like it works perfectly for Cena's redemption arc. I had a whole lot of fun making this video. I had a lot of fun making the graphics. I would love to know your thoughts on the way I've structured the video and the look of the graphics in the comments below. I worked really hard on this one, so all the likes are appreciated, and if you enjoyed it, then please subscribe. But for now, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.